So you should have known already. I was leaning towards a new franchise. So in this new franchise, we did a Seahawks. If you want to see the off-season video, there's a live on it on the page. Just look for my clickbait Madden 25. You know what Madden this is. Madden 25 Seahawks off-season, and you'll see all the real changes. But just watching the gameplay, you probably won't see too many changes because we kept a lot of the pieces there, and there's also been the updated roster. Just move people around, put them in the best situation possible. But we also saw like there was a lot of trash on this team, so we got rid of most of the trash as best we could. Brought in some talent, but you won't see the talent because we're not. We're here to help this team as best as possible. We built this team to a point where we filled in the holes, but at the same time, the superstars will still be the superstars. We just got them some better depth, got them some not as much depth, but depth that's needed. And, we just built this team. And another thing I could say, like Pete, how we're working this, it's like I'm the offensive mind, and Pete's still here. We brought him back, and he's handling defense still because he put in a lot of work on that defense. But we could clearly see like all the talent was on the defense, and the offense was starving. So I'm not gonna go too much in depth on the changes made to this team. Just go look at the offseason video and catch that. Just know Joe Milton's our quarterback. The Patriots had him on the practice squad, and I snagged that up real quick. And Geno Smith is on the Saints because I traded him to the Saints and some other people because I needed to get better, and I took their center. So to his gameplay, had to punt the ball here. Rams already up 7 points, but we got a nice fumble return. But Joe Milton decided, hey, let's just give it right back. But that's also my fault because I forgot Tre'Davious was over there. I promise you, I tried my best not to throw to that side ever again. One thing about me as an offensive mind slash offensive coordinator, um, I don't like taking. I love taking chances, but I don't like taking stupid chances. I try to minimize the stupid chances as much as possible. So, what's a stupid chance to me? Let's say there's Jalen Ramsey. I'm perfectly fine not throwing at Jalen Ramsey all game because real. But here they just had this man, you know, not going to get into it too much, but he started playing like somebody he doesn't even know who he was. So had to get the ball here. They went up 14 points, and we already know this is a must-score drive. This, if we want a chance at winning this game, we have to score. So we started making some nice dots. We got Tyler Lockett in the slot, and if you truly know me, I'm not a person to put a small guy in the slot, but with Tyler Lockett towards the end of his career, getting up there, I'm not trying to have too much on his plate for real. So he'll only be playing in the slot all season long. Won't try my best not to get him too many snaps outside. Even though I know he's still well and capable, it's time to bring Jigba along. We also, that's where we put the depth, If somebody gets injured, we have good speed out there. We made some moves, moved some people from receiver to tight end, moved two people specifically. Farrell Brown is also our starting fullback right now. But, we were just getting faster on the offensive side of things. Not even just faster, but as fast as possible. And the fact that we have a Joe Milton really does a lot. And like I said, to this defensive side of things, because I own the whole team. Um, I don't want to say that. They had us fucked up. Like, look at that, 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 look at that. It's supposed to be 2 picks off rip. You know what I'm saying? Like, but coming into this defense game plan, especially just finishing up another franchise. I was calling plays like I was still with that other franchise, but I started to understand how I need to use this defense. And I started kind of, it was a learning process, you know what I'm saying? We had to figure out what works best for this style of defense. We have great corners. We have just the whole secondary is fast, extremely fast. Nobody has under 90 speed in the secondary. That's how we built this secondary. So understanding that and understanding the front seven we got, I went more away from my zone scheme, away from my zone blitz scheme because I tried all that. I tried. Uh, I didn't stay too much in the man scheme because I realized with this defense, I'm gonna man blitz every play. That's how I'm comfortable. That's what I think is the best move for this defense. They have great corners, great secondary, make plays. I feel like, and I feel like that's the best way to get about it, especially with the front seven. It's solid. It's not elite though. Great move that I put on this defender, or Tyler put on this defender. Spun to catch the ball where you thought he was. Spin back inside. Look at him, looking stupid. Just look at him. He don't even want to say nothing. He know just go back to the sideline. Going for two here because we're trying to eat into this lead as quickly as possible, as fast as possible, and more importantly, we're not trying to be behind. And as y'all see by these kicks, I was getting on my kicker's ass all day. I feel like the main reason we were losing was because of the kick. What do I mean by that? Keep giving them the ball at the 25-yard line. I don't support that. I want to see what they can do if they start at the 20 or the 18. Make them drive a further field. I don't want them starting at the 25. I'm cool with them. I don't even like. I'm not even too much happy. Basically, I don't want them starting at the 25. I want them to work harder. So we move in here. Candace making a good play. Not even mad at him that he did a good job of getting back to the first down after he lost it. But I understand, make a move. And I tell my guys, like, bro, go out there and be shifty. Like, take them ankles. Do what you can. Take them ankles. I make them practice that. Take them ankles. I understand that's extra yards, and then we're going to take that. And like I said, what's crazy is moving Tyler to the slot was to, you know, not put too much on his workload. But this game, we had to use Tyler as much as possible, and we were cool with that. Tyler was cool with that as well because I'm just trying to ease the use of Tyler, but at the same time, I'm not trying to negate his role. So after the penalty here, nice dot to DK. And we just moving the ball as best as possible. And that one thing I loved about this game early is, like I say, and Joe Milton goes into it, that's Jake Bobo. I moved Jake Bobo to tight end because I feel like he'll be a great tight end. And then Madden got him slow as hell. Like they get that boy 78 speed. And he did run a slow 40, but I feel like a 40 just isn't his thing. If you watch him, he reads the field while he runs. So I feel like he's a great tight end. We're going to mold him into that position. And at the end of the day, he's still number two, no offense. Number one, I'm respect, no offense as a number one. For the simple fact that that's a great, he's like my Terminator at tight end. And on top of that, he came over in that trade. So we're respecting that trade. And it was a great trade for the Seahawks for sure. So we finally head into that lead. I was in heavy contemplation about going for that last 2 points, but I was like, yeah, we need to do it because you never know how this game can turn out. So like I said, we got into that blitz, but bro, they just had this dude playing like somebody he did not come out the womb ever being. Like, I don't know who he thought he was this game. But you know how week ones go. So like this is when I started realizing, yeah, we need to, even though our blitzes haven't been working as much as we need to turn up the blitzes more. We need to get there. With the front seven we have, we can get there. With the secondary we have, we can trust them to lock it up, and I'm cool with that. I'm a Giants fan, so I'm not the biggest fan of Julian Love because for some reason you feel me? Not the biggest fan of him, but on this team, yeah, I moved him to strong safety too because every free safety I have is way faster than him, and he's also a 91 speed. So just know how like I said, how I built the secondary. The secondary is fast now. So game tied, and one thing about me, I'm not comfortable with a tied game. So we're doing our best to, get down the field and try to add to this lead. Finally, not even add to the lead. We're tied right now, but try to take the lead. Haven't had the lead all game. And for us to start the game out down 14-0, the fact that we're here tied at 24 is great. Nice screen to Kenneth here. And one thing about Kenneth going Kennedy's gonna get active. He understands my mindset for this offense. You need to make a move. You need to take angles because that only makes it better. Here could have been a nice big play for Tyler out the slot, but they were on two different pages. Joe Milton was thinking back shoulder while myself and Tyler was thinking over the head. But rookie mistakes, and Joe Milton has a strong task out here ahead, and he made it a lot easier. And guess who helped him? Tyler. I really feel like this receiving core will be the best thing for developing a quarterback like Joe Milton. And I also feel like Joe Milton is going to be the perfect thing for this receiving core as well. We have a big dude who's 6'6", and he weighs 246. And on top of that, he's fast. Ran a four. What was it? I think 4.5, 4.5, 4.6. One of them two. And the arm strength stronger than Mahomes. So he's gonna be a great thing for this offense, especially we double down. As you see, the main three receivers are Jigba, Metcalf, and Lockett. But behind him, I have, well, like I said, I'm not gonna tell you what I got there. I'll go check that off-season video out that's in the live. Skip to whatever part you need to see the final changes and everything. And maybe I'll show y'all next week what we got. This should have been intentional grounded in my eyes, but we're just gonna say they weren't on the same page. But coming into this game, like I said, we started figuring out what needs to work for his defense, and we used it. And now they had to come out here and do Hail Marys. So you already know the game was won by us. We did our thing. It was a tough game. We faced a lot of adversity, but we came back from it. We did our thing. We locked up. We started playing our own game. We understood what fit our team best, and we started going towards the strengths to help the team. Pete Carroll doing his thing on the defensive side. I'm doing my thing all around, but specifically on that offensive side. And for Joe Milton, this was a great start, and it showed me a lot about him as our quarterback because I hope this was the toughest game of his career. That boy had to come back, and he did his thing. So we see a bright future next week, by getting the offense to be more explosive early on and how we know what to do on defense. So I'm going to catch y'all in the next one and see how we do.